my name is Charisma Harris, and today I'm going to be interviewing Shelby Lazenby and Daniel Munoz. They are both students here at Appalachian. The first thing I'm going to do is give them a couple examples of things that white supremacist extremist groups have done in the past. The first thing would be lynchings and burnings. They've burned things like churches, and they have had numerous lynchings throughout the years, one of the most famous ones being Emmett Till. Another instance would be Charlottesville. In Charlottesville, Virginia, at a college, on a college campus, a woman was murdered when a white supremacist extremist ran over her with a car during a protest. Another thing that white supremacist extremist groups have done would be Dylan Roof, who killed 9 people in Charleston, South Carolina. The next example is Nicholas Cruz, who killed 17 people at Parkland High School in Florida. And then here at App State, a white supremacist extremist group put Identify Europa and hung a flag over the main bridge to campus, trying to recruit people to their groups. Next thing I'm going to do is read the definition of hate crime and domestic terrorism, and based off the examples that I've given you, I'd like you to tell me which one you consider the white supremacist extremist groups to be. The first definition of hate crime is from the FBI, and it states, a traditional offense like murder, arson, or vandalism with an added element of bias. The second definition is domestic terrorism. The FBI's definition of domestic terrorism is perpetrated by individuals or groups inspired by or associated with primarily U.S.-based movements that espouse extremist ideologies of a political, religious, social, racial, or environmental nature. Now what I'm going to do is ask Shelby and Daniel their opinions based off the information I just told them. My first question to both of you is, would you consider these white supremacist extremist groups to be committing hate crime or engaging in domestic terrorism?
Domestic terrorism.
What do you think?
Domestic terrorism.
Okay, and why do both of you think this?
I think it's because it's all politically and racially motivated.
Okay, and why do you think that?
Yeah, I think it's because it's essentially a hate crime with an agenda. So.
Okay, my next question for both of you is, do you fear these white supremacist extremist groups?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Definitely.
My last question is, do you think white supremacist extremist groups should be required limitations while they're protesting?
Yes.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of limitations do you feel should be set?
I think that any campus should be off limits to them, like elementary schools, middle schools, high schools, and college campuses.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, I think censored speech or even no guns, because that could obviously lead to more violence within the rallies.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you so much for both of your opinions, and have a great day.